My Falcons, 14-3 with the 3 seed. I told you big year. We're doubling the wins.
The Bucs are gonna go 4 years in a row. Winning that title. Come on. Not as good as Baker Mayfield.
You already know I'm going with the Rams. At least the Rams have, a top 3 offense. They got the guy.
He's got a Dookie Phillies jersey on, so.
When they win the World Series, you'll be thinking sorry.
Welcome back to OTB Off the Blocks. As always, I'm your host, Red Rocket, and we've got a huge show for you today. 2 very special guests, but of course, as always, joining me, Tampa's finest, Logan Thornsberry. Logan, how are you feeling after week 1 of the NFL season?
I'm feeling quite fantastic, actually. The Bucs took the dub. Baker Mayfield, I love that guy. He's cooking as always. I don't know about this guy over here. His Falcons took an L, like I told you guys they would. But this guy also took an L too, as well. And his prediction about the Panthers also took an L too.
Yeah.
That's for the season, not for the game.
We'll get to that. But I'm also joined by Nebraska's #1 fan, Rush Clark. Rush, your Huskers are up 2-0.
Don't say my Huskers. They're going to lose somehow this weekend. Not in Iowa.
And 2 very special guests. To my left, Detroit's own Gianni Carlino. Gianni, welcome to the pod. And a big win for the Lions last week. How you feeling?
Absolutely. I was a little scared there, not going to lie. Thank God, overtime, had that beautiful drive. I mean, just did what we were good at. I thought the first half we looked solid, and then second half a little shaky.
The refs look solid.
Yeah,
the refs
did great. Some salty fans over here. No. I'm content. I think there's some things we can work on. But
Pick the Lions.
Good start to the season. Good gritty win.
Mistake.
And on the edge, also making his first appearance, UFC boxing expert and also LA Rams fan, Timo Paisley. Timo.
We got 2 of them now.
No, you're a little bit of a Rams fan. No, your dad's a Cardinals fan, but good showing for them. But I know you're super excited for the card this weekend, UFC 306.
Big card.
In the Sphere.
In the Sphere, they're booking it for the Mexicans. That's how it is.
What is this whole thing about Dana White hiding Easter eggs? Like, how am I going to know what's an Easter egg, what's not an Easter egg?
So, pretty much, it's Noche UFC. It's sponsored by Riyadh Season, the Saudis. They're putting all the money in it to get that shit funded. So, the whole point is Mexican Independence Day and honoring all Mexican fighters. So there are a couple sneaks on this card, but obviously they're going to lose because the Mexicans are booked to win. They're trying to push them hard. So that's what we're looking for this weekend when we get into that. So it's going to be a big weekend. Lots of fights in the Sphere. Canelo's fighting in the same city. Another ordeal where Mexican's going to win. That's obvious. But big weekend for fighting. Big weekend for fighting,
indeed. Well, welcome. We got a big show, a lot to talk about. But I want to start with something that happened on Monday on Cleveland's own radio show. Let's take a listen.
0092. You ready to go to the phones?
Sure.
All right. Dave in Macedonia, you're first up on the fan. Hello.
Good morning, boys.
All right.
He's quoting Daniel Caffey. Please. There's 2 numbers. You'll figure them out. 42.9, 144.
What is all this?
Watson's quarterback rating, Mayfield's quarterback rating.
Oh, Christ. I can't do this for
Hold on.
1 more second. The first call of the box, we're going to do this. The very first call of the box, we're going to do this. No. I know what his quarterback rating was. I know that he was good. Guys, I'm not doing it right out of the damn box. Can I have a little bit of time before we do this? Can I have a little bit of time? That he ain't coming home. He ain't coming back. Only to play us. That's it. He had a great day down there. Congratulations on all his success. I can't undo the trade. I can't undo it. You ready to go to another one? Go ahead.
And I'm sure, Logan, you're feeling on top of the world. Cleveland, did they make a mistake letting Baker Mayfield go?
Yeah, actually, because then we wouldn't have Baker Mayfield. So.
Wow.
Bias.
Great insight.
I love my boy Baker. And he last year he did good. He proved himself. Went to a playoff game, beat the Eagles, like always. And then this year we're 1-0, starting off strong, baby.
It's Washington.
Yeah,
Hey, and-
maybe the worst defense. in
You
the
lost. And you lost.
Okay, well,
Dude, we played like.
Hey, I'm just saying, hey, first game
Yeah.
of the season, the Bucs before Brady have not had many of those, so it's good to feel like on top of the world right now.
I mean, all I gotta say is Cleveland needs to get that rapist out of their ranks. But quickly before we hop into some not so great FAU football, the FAU basketball non-conference schedule was released. We're gonna do a full FAU basketball breakdown soon. But for those of you listening, main games we have UFC. We got
UCF?
Indiana
UCF,
State.
we
Indiana
got-
State's big.
Yeah, Liberty,
Who's the second
Oklahoma State, Miami and Drake,
Coastal Georgia.
the Charleston Classic,
It's like
FGSU. We play FIU,
FGC.
and then we play Michigan State 4 days before Christmas. If I can read correctly, we get
It's not a lot of home games.
Yeah.
we get
We get
FGCU
Coastal
at home.
Georgia and FGCU, Jax, and what's the red one at the bottom of December?
Texas State.
Is that what it is? Oh yeah, Texas State. Those are all home.
Liberty, Oklahoma State, the Classic, Miami, Drake. They're all neutral.
so
I wonder where they're going to be played at. There we go.
I cannot tell the difference between these colors at all.
You're colorblind. That's why.
You colorblind?
So is the
Yeah.
Miami Drake game? What is that?
It's probably a tournament.
It's
that a tournament?
It might be
Yes.
a tournament.
Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
That Indiana State game is
Oklahoma
intriguing.
State
That's
one's
a
too.
dangerous
That's
one.
it's
Well,
gonna
Oklahoma
be
State's
a
a
mid-major
dangerous
battle
one.
right there.
But where's it going to be played at? Look, it says neutral. Unless they haven't decided.
It's almost
where
certainly
going
going
to
to be in
Prob-
Indiana.
Probably not decided yet.
I bet Indiana.
Which one?
Indianapolis.
Indiana State,
It's in Ohio.
Ohio?
Yeah.
Ohio.
How do you know?
Wow.
I saw a tweet about the arena being built.
Oh, big.
Interesting. Well,
I think.
Is that fat dude with the glasses still on that team?
no, he transferred out.
He's at
Oh.
St.
Rob-
Louis.
Never mind. I think we might take it then.
The fat
Yeah,
dude.
no, they're not what they were last year.
Out of
Coach
this,
left
I'm
too.
saying we win.
No, how many are we going to lose? That's a better way to
I think we're gonna lose to Michigan
Let's
State.
not get
put it. Yeah.
We're gonna lose. I bet we lose to Vanderbilt in the final of the Charleston Classic.
Vanderbilt.
He's just making up.
They're in.
Oh, they're in it?
Hey, I was
Okay.
right.
Fuck you.
I was right. It was in Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna lose to
Ex-Nut.
Vanderbilt in the final of the Charleston Classic, and we're gonna
Ex-Nut.
beat Miami but lose to Drake.
It's in the.
That'd be fire.
Interesting.
I'm saying we lose 3 of these games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely Michigan State.
That was
Definitely
very-
Michigan State.
Because that's, I think it's at Michigan State.
No,
I wouldn't
Oh,
be
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It's at Michigan State,
Michigan
but
State's gonna be.
I would like to
solid
take a
team.
dub on that one.
I
since
feel
we
like
lost
that's.
in
I feel like we
football.
might.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the classic. We win a big game going into the real season, just to shit the bed.
Just like
So we're
last
beating
year.
Michigan State, but we're losing to FGCU, Coastal Georgia, and Drake.
If we beat
And
Michigan
you really
State,
think-
Dude,
If we lose to
we're
FGCU
not
at
losing
home,
to Coastal Georgia.
Coastal
At
Georgia
home?
went 11-14 last year
I
in
know.
NAIA
We
competition.
lost
Remember,
to-
we lost to Bryant.
we lost to Bryant.
Oh, we were at midseason.
that was
We're blowing out Indiana State. We're getting cooked against Coastal Georgia.
Bro, they're not even in the same.
Guys, we gotta beat
organization as us.
UCF at home. That's a very
Yeah, we'll
big
beat
must.
UCF.
We gotta beat
They're not even
UCF.
NCAA.
We got to be
That's a
UCF.
must.
Charleston, too. They've been good the past couple years. I think they've made the tournament back-to-back years. They've got some white boys.
Well, the coach is gone.
But
Really
yeah,
dull,
you're right. The
really
coach
dull.
is gone. Oklahoma State, and that's basically just us against D1 talent. Miami, always going to be rough. Drake, I don't know. Tucker DeVries, now at West Virginia, along with his father, who is the coach. I don't think there'll be much of a challenge, but definitely I could see a trap game like Texas State a week out before Michigan State, if the guys aren't paying attention.
And it's only 4 days after Jacksonville.
Something we low-key fell for last year.
We beat
but-
Liberty this past year. Didn't we?
Yeah, but it was
Didn't we?
close. We had
Yeah.
that little
It
short
was
kid.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was here.
That little short kid kept on making.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
one
that.
white
the
boy
Charleston-
Yeah.
kept praying. Chucking up prayers,
Exact-
actually.
mhm.
No, the FAU Liberty Charleston thing is in Charleston now. Like the one, remember in December last year where they both came?
Yeah.
It was back-to-back days, whatever.
I think we can win the Charleston Classic. I
Yeah.
think we've got probably
We got a very-
first or third best odds.
We got a very tall team this year.
yeah,
And a lot of
Boys on
6'11",
campus are
7
tall.
foot, 7'1", bro. Like,
yeah.
I meant to say happy birthday, Sydney Sweeney.
happy birthday, Sydney Sweeney!
Florida!
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
We'd love to have you
Did you
on.
see the comment? Why would Tom Herman do this?
Who's
Shannon's got the
hey. Ranked as the last defense in the NFL, the Commanders.
That's right. That's
It don't
what
matter.
I'm talking about.
It don't matter.
Are the Bengals on?
You play him and lose.
Yeah.
Bengal-
Bro, you're an idiot.
Bengals kind of L this year.
So you're not pulling up?
I'm trying to, bro.
All right, we'll get to you. But of course, this past Saturday, we had FAU football. Let's break it down. Army comes to town, and they pulled up wearing their all-black uniforms. Gianni, how are you feeling going into the game?
He wasn't at the game.
We were at the game. Pay it up.
You know, it's Army. You knew what kind of game plan they were going to come in with. It was not going to be a lot of passing. It was going to be a lot of ground pound running. And that's exactly what happened. And we still couldn't stop it. So looking at our first highlight here, basic handoff and right up the middle. And touchdown.
I counted 3 broken tackles. Three broken tackles.
They knew exactly what they were going to do coming in. And
we gave up after that.
We weren't even in the stadium
They
yet.
did it to perfection. They 405 yards of rushing on our head.
For the fucking
They threw a 44-yard touchdown pass, which you probably see here.
Yeah.
Let it happen, and then...
Yeah. You're ahead of the game now.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an
Oh, and we got
The
an
entire game.
I brought up
game was shut.
I don't know. So the Miami Drake thing, that's assuming we beat that. So Miami and Drake are in the above us, and so Miami and Drake will play each other, and we're playing OSU. And so if we beat OSU, we'll play the winner of Miami Drake, and if we lose, then we'll play the loser of Miami Drake.
Oh, that makes
And then
This might be it right here.
Oh,
Check this highlight out. A rare Army pass.
broken coverage.
And watch this.
And
no one
to be
now
fouled.
within 5 yards.
That happened right in front of us.
87 scores.
I started yelling at the.
I mean, to give up a pass
coaches
touchdown
on the
to Army,
sideline.
you got to be...
1 of 4 passes on the day for our quarterback, and this is his only completion on the game.
Yeah, that's the only
Do
one
they
he
can
threw.
play it to a white boy?
They just got away, floated out of the coverage.
He slips. It looks
completely
like he
wide
slips.
Look at
4
this.
just gets dusted.
He's just slow.
He's just...
He just
In
gave
the
it.
Let that
all-black
happen against a
unis.
team that is known for their running. I mean,
So bad. Second quarter now.
Second quarter. Here we go.
FAU looking for life,
Got the
driving
ball.
down. Second and goal. Cam Fancher in shotgun. He's looking to pass. He's going to dart it in for the touchdown. Number 10. We're not out of it yet, boys. Not out
Now,
of it
why
yet.
can't we have a drive like that every single
Amari
time?
Hayes.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because
Little
good
catch
teams
and
do
score
that,
there.
and bad teams don't.
He was
I
our
don't
top
understand.
receiver on the day, 445 and a touchdown.
Right before half. Good momentum. You know, when we scored, I was like, we're still in it. You know, we actually had a very good drive. I don't know.
We were only down a touchdown.
We're only down a touchdown.
And not even to the halftime
Like,
yet, I don't think.
But the problem is, we know with Army is they have very few possessions with the style of football they play. As we head into the third quarter, and this is when Army basically goes on they take the game over at this point. 35-yard field goal is good.
11 minutes to go.
Yeah, and they're quickly gonna get the ball back here in a minute, and they're gonna drive and hold the ball until the fourth quarter. But before that, we try to get some movement going. Cam, play action.
Cam finishes.
He's looking.
Rolls out. He throws. And
I mean,
right into
on
Army
two defenders right there.
hands.
Double coverage.
I mean, I saw that coming from a mile away.
I mean, you knew it was coming.
I saw it.
want a fun fact about FAU?
What's the fun
We have an
fact?
athletics budget of $32 million, and I'd be fair to say about 70% of that goes to these boys on the field right here.
Yep. Remember that drive I was talking about earlier? This is it. This is basically the completion of
We
it.
got Army. Look at this.
Wide open.
Look at that.
Oh, but he
That
drops
should have
it.
been. I mean, to give up one
Why'd that guy
passing
take it?
touchdown to Army is insane. To give up 2, I mean, that's historic. I mean, I don't think Army's thrown 2 touchdown passes in probably the past season.
I mean, go Navy.
We almost gave up 2 in
Beat
one
Army.
game.
Look at that full stadium.
I mean, that should have been a.
It's
dropped
in his
it.
hands,
That should have been a
dropped
touchdown.
Yeah. I wish he would have caught that, just for the boys in the film room to get their asses chewed out.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
this defense is unacceptable. I don't know where the defense from last week was compared to this week, and this
Oh, check this
is the
out.
worst play.
It didn't even matter because
A 40-yard fake field goal. The snapper runs it
Check
in.
the time too. I mean, we are 13 minutes into the fourth quarter. This drive started with 9 minutes in the third quarter. So they ran over a 10-minute drive on us, and it ends with a fake field goal touchdown.
Unacceptable.
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 You just cannot. You cannot have that. You cannot have teams taking up 10 minutes of possession on one single drive.
I had hope last week.
I did too. I mean, this drive started, we were driving, then Cam Fancher for some
number
reason.
16 cannot run.
Yeah.
Why is he looking? He's running like he's shaving.
Number
with Crocs,
16
bro.
belongs in a public
him?
I
uniform.
mean, you should not.
He looks like he's
should not be
shaking,
getting-
bro.
should not be
Number
getting gapped
16
by this
belongs
guy.
in public stacking the fucking phone.
He does. He's about to make me a pump sub, bro.
Is that
What?
McDonald's meme?
I just don't understand.
Put the fries.
That's our game.
That's
the
game.
fact, bro.
Nothing else happened really.
Tom Herman,
Terrible
garbage.
offense.
We had a drive near the end with about 10 minutes left to go, and we got stuffed on about 7 plays with inside the 10.
Yep.
4th and run. Cam Fancher just gets sacked in the backfield. Depressing, stupid. Here's what Tom Herman had to say after the game.
Oh, let's hear it.
But like I said to the team, and I said to the radio station, and
He looks like a divorced dad.
I'm angry at myself.
He has nothing to say.
But I do know that we're going to get back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
We have a long season.
Fucking
losses. The silver lining is we don't play another one of these in our conference for a while, and
Yeah, bro.
but we're not going to beat anybody if we don't take the steps necessary to play consistently. We're pretty damn good when everybody does exactly what they're coached to do.
And that is not what we've seen so far. So it is FIU, Shula Bowl. Screw FIU. But he's right. We've got FIU, we've got UConn, we got Wagner. Before we go back into conference play, Rush, your reactions after the 24-7 loss to Army?
Dude, they're gonna go 2-10. I'm sorry. I don't see them winning this weekend. They'll beat probably Wagner, but I don't think they're gonna win at UConn. They could be 0-4, dog. They might beat one of the American teams, maybe like I don't know, East Carolina, maybe.
Maybe.
Temple.
We're lucky.
East Carolina's beatable.
I just hope if they get a
lost
win,
them
if
last
they get a
year.
win this Saturday, I feel like that might give them a little bit of motivation going into the next week.
But if they lose this Saturday
But if they lose this Saturday,
against a team they
It's-
routinely win against,
because about a couple of years ago we beat FIU 52-7,
Stomped them.
stomped them. We haven't lost to them in since 27. It's been
it's been nearly a decade.
yeah,
Coming up on
almost
a
10
decade.
years since we've lost to them. And if we lose to them this year, I think it's bye bye Tom Herman.
I think we've won 8 years in a row. I mean, I unacceptable, honestly. The way you played against Michigan State, you had hope. You were a few mistakes away from winning the game, and now Army, they just look defeated, depleted. We practiced in that heat. Army just showed up and just
They showed up in black and somehow they had better cardio than us.
dog walked us. I mean, 13 was running through defenders all day. Their quarterback with the triple option, but as Johnny said, Johnny Reese's stats.
It was just brutal.
So, looking at the box score here, Army had 405 yards of rushing on 58 attempts, averaging 7 yards a carry. Meanwhile, we had 42 yards of rushing on 16 attempts, averaging 2.6 yards a carry. So, obviously, we did not bring any run game, and Army, who is known for this style of play, absolutely ran it down our throats and ran it well.
What did he say?
Looking at the passing stats, Cam Fancher, 25 of 37, 193 yards, touchdown and a pick.
I'm a Cam Fancher fan.
QB rating of 36.2.
You're a Cam Fancher fan?
We have a good
I
QB.
saw-
we have no weapons, though.
The other day at stadiums, I saw
It's
him
a
walking
valid
out.
take. It's a valid take.
Yeah, the
You shot
Army's
him?
quarterback
I
had
wanted to.
one attempt
I
completed,
wanted to.
1 for 4, 44 yards, and a touchdown.
That was the touchdown.
And that was
pass.
the touchdown
Would've
pass
been,
that you
would
saw.
have been 2 for 4 for 2 touchdowns.
In the
I think I didn't drop it.
In time of possession,
Go on.
Army absolutely dominates 38-39 to 21-21. That's what happens when you have a 15-play, 10-minute drive that goes 96 yards and ends in a fake field goal touchdown. 21 first downs for Army, 16 first downs for your Owls. Not terrible, but obviously
They're just
points did not show up on the board for your FAU Owls. And we each had one turnover. Fancher had one fumble there, costly fumble. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up your comparative stats. We are now 0-2. Like Rush said, we should win. You know, historical trends tell us we should win this game this weekend. But
Historically.
FIU coming off a dominating win over Central Michigan and I guess you could call it a competitive loss to Indiana. So I wouldn't be so confident in the Owls.
Indiana.
You mean Michigan State?
No. Army lost to Indiana.
Oh, yeah, okay.
When?
Week 1.
They're 2-0.
Oh, wait. No. I mean FIU.
Oh,
My apologies.
I thought he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, going to be an important game. If we lose, it could really tank the season going into some of our, cupcake games.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to be 0-3 going against UConn, one of the worst, historically worst FBS programs.
They scored 63 last week.
Yeah, but against poo-poo people.
Dude, Michigan State and Army are known for not being the greatest.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I hope Army does
there is
well.
an interesting trend though. I mean, this is the third year in a row we've played middle of the road to bottom feeder Big Ten school pretty close. We played Illinois close in 2022. We played Purdue close last year. And we played Michigan State close.
Switch.
Switched. My bad. My apologies. But that's 3 years now in a row where we've been pretty competitive against a school that probably should have beaten us by much more than they did, and I think it's given us a sense of false hope each year, and then we're just let down, as the season continues to progress each year. So it'll be interesting to see where the Owls season goes from here, but a win would really help the confidence for the boys this weekend.
And I'm not ready to push the panic button yet.
There's still a lot of games to play.
But we still have 10 games remaining. We can still go 10-2, like I said. But
Push the button.
Let me add. I will next week. I'm gonna bring a button to the show, and it's gonna be known as the panic button. If we lose to FIU, I will be pushing that button. Rush, you're already pushing the button now.
We will not be opening this can of Paradise.
If we beat Michigan State in basketball, we might be opening.
We might be opening that one.
Hear me out.
Drink responsibly.
Cut the football program. Turn the football stadium into a pool. Let a winning team actually use it. Keep that in. Brian, what's his name? Brian White?
Brian White.
Extension to 2029.
Fucking got an extension for having a shitty football
Hey,
team.
wait, congrats, though. Congrats.
But please fix our locker room roofs.
Does that mean I'm muted?
There's an M button?
Yeah, it says M.
No, you're on. Did you switch it? Did you touch
No.
anything?
I think I've accidentally pressed it and then I pressed it again. Twice. So I pressed the M button twice.
Hey, yo. Who's that girl in the picture?
My light's on.
No, have your button down.
Oh, yeah, no, the button's down.
Okay,
Hey, I
then
won't
what
be
M
done,
button?
you know that.
You don't have an M button?
Can I have a cookie?
Can I also have a picture?
No, you're fine.
Alright,
You should be
I can
fine.
split one
You
with
pushed it
Steven.
twice?
Yeah.
Then you're fine.
The Rocket just took the last one.
I'm the host.
I mean,
of
you
this
want one with a
fucking
bite?
show.
I'll take the small one, it's fine. It's okay.
Or do you
Cookie
want
break.
this?
Well, no, cookie break.
Logan, if you could go back and repick, would you, or are you sticking to your guns? I mean, you're already wrong. You said 11-1.
Nah, I'm so far not doing very well. But hey, what did I say? Which one did we lose to again?
You said we
UTSA?
lose. No, yeah.
I went to. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We lost FIU. I know.
Whatever.
We're gonna win the FIU. We're gonna beat FIU. That's gonna give us confidence going into UConn. We're gonna beat UConn. Gotta beat Wagner. And then
Shut up, Paul.
Gotta.
we gotta beat Wagner.
Oh,
A whole
We have
lot
to
of.
beat
A
Wagner.
whole lot of.
A whole lot of. We better beat Wagner.
We're beating Wagner. I don't know, North Texas. It might be an L. UTSA might be an L. South Florida.
Be smart.
I really want to
Smart.
beat USF,
Bro, that
but
went 3/4.
after watching them playing Alabama last weekend, they almost won that game.
They
And
almost
then
won that game.
they almost- and then
they
2
almost
years
won
ago-
the game last year, and
Yeah.
we went to their place and
Yep.
pooped all over them.
But they're a different team. And we're a worse
So
team.
they look kind of good this year.
We're not
So
Western.
I'm gonna say we're gonna beat USF, but deep down I feel like we might take it.
I think 2-10 is an incredible prediction by Rush. Because I think I think we lose every away game, and I think we also lose against Charlotte. Oh, no, we win against Charlotte,
That's fine.
and we might win against North Texas.
Are you saying 3-9?
I'm saying 2-10.
You think they're gonna lose to Wagner?
Yes.
All right, I have win against Wagner, but
I think lose against
say-
Wagner, and then the boys finally dig it out of the mud and get a win against North Texas, go winless again for a month and a half till November 23rd and get their second win.
I think 3-9. I think.
Really?
I
all jumping
bro.
ship.
We're all going
Who's getting to win
backwards.
first, us or Colorado?
Us.
Same weekend because we're both winning on Saturday. Colorado.
Oh,
beat
this was- okay.
Colorado State on Saturday.
I think
They almost lost last year.
Colorado already has
Yeah.
a win though.
I think we win
Yeah.
one of the next two
North
games.
Dakota
I think
State.
we beat Wagner, and I think we beat either East Carolina or Temple.
They already have a win.
They do.
Yeah.
They do?
They
North
beat
Dakota State.
North Dakota State. I think we
Barely.
I think we win. I think we.
We would take that.
I think we. Looking back now, a smart man that I am. I think we lose 2 games, and they're back-to-back. I think we lose at UTSA, and I think we lose to South Florida. I think we win the rest of the games. I think these 3 tune-up games are going to help us because I think we've got time to get rid of Fancher
Just like the 14-3
and bring in
pick on
Starks.
Atlanta.
I think there's time. In the post-game interview, they asked Fancher about what do you do to keep the tight QB race from not getting replaced, and he just said just don't make mistakes. I think if he looks poor against FIU,
No
even if we
shit.
win, we bring in Starks. And I think he would be able to open up our offense better. But Timo does have a good take. Timo does have a good take. Cam Fancher, he might be fine. He just might not have any weapons. Which
That's
is
what
true.
I believe in Cam
He
Fancher.
threw some good balls this past weekend,
But
and they were not caught.
That interception was terrible.
It was
The
just, that was
I know,
pretty
but the
bad.
scramble into the throw, straight to the dude.
Low-key, low-side Patrick
He needs
Mahomes.
to find
Exactly. I was about to say.
Hey, wait.
He's a little Mahomie.
He's a little
He's a little
Mahomie. But I will say that he needs to find a balance between running and not running. This past game, he barely ran. The game before, he ran so much. So he needs to find that balance.
He got drilled, though, against Michigan State. I mean,
Yeah, so he might have been a little scared. But now it's
What
time to talk mixed martial arts. UFC 306
Noche.
is on Saturday. Noche
Noche.
FC in the Sphere. It's going to be, today White Saints going to be an event once in a lifetime. We brought our expert Timo here to talk about it. Timo's going to break down this main card for us, and we'll,
Timo will be there this weekend.
yeah.
Honestly,
if only.
Wait, I'm taking the guy on the left. I forget his name, but I know.
That's what I'm talking about.
That sugar
All right, so am I going to there or am I staying here?
You can just stay there.
All right, bet. So, big card this weekend. I know people have been hating on it because they're not selling tickets, but it's because Canelo's in town. That's just how it is. So, first we start off with Rodriguez and Osborne. Osborne he's over the hill. He's washed. We all know it, and he shouldn't be on the card, but he's there as a journeyman because we want the Mexicans to win. So, first fight, Rodriguez-Osborne, it's obvious Rodriguez is going to run through this guy. It's not going to be close. Next, we got Zauber and Rybovicus. Whatever. These guys, I don't know too much, but I know they both got great records. One's 15-1, and the other's 13-1. I think I'm taking Rybovic.
Lopez is goofy.
Yeah, I'm taking Rybovicus.
Did you say they're
He's
all
the underdog.
looking?
He's the underdog.
Lopez is.
No, don't you dare talk about Diego Lopez like that.
He looks a little goofy.
No, Diego Lopez is my king. Anyways, back to the second bout of the main card. So, Rybovicus, he has some power, some scary, sneaky power, as well as great takedowns. I think he was 60% on takedowns. But the other guy has great takedown defense. Zauber I think he has 94% takedown defense. So
Dang.
it's a good matchup for both of them. This win will propel them, either one, into stardom potentially a co-main on a pay-per-view coming up. So, but still taking Rybovicus by split decision. Next, where do I start? Diego Lopez. Oh man, Diego Lopez is knocking this fucker out.
Really?
Brian Ortega, he's cooked, bro. He's fat. You see the pictures? He's fat.
He's fat.
Diego Lopez,
I can
this
tell.
is a hometown hero. He trains with my good friend Charlie Bowman in Oceanside, California, and spars him regularly. So, if he has a picture, I'll send a picture.
Nice.
But yeah, Diego Lopez. He didn't have a great last fight, but then again, people are ignoring. He had to weigh in 3 separate times in 3 different weight divisions in 3 days because he had 3 different pullouts because these fuckers like Brian Ortega missed weight and he had to replace him. So this fight was originally supposed to be the co-main on UFC 303, but now it's back here in the Sphere to reward Diego Lopez. I don't really know why Ortega's getting this opportunity, but here we are. Anyways, Diego Lopez is knocking this guy out. He's going to walk over and hang his nuts on his forehead. Anyways, moving on. Alexa Grasso versus... what's her name?
Shevchik?
I think it's...
Shevchnikov.
Yeah, this
No,
is literally James's last
Oh,
name.
yeah. So, Grasso versus Alexa Shevchenko. So, pretty much the detail with this, Alexa's the up-and-comer. This is a trilogy fight, actually.
Oh.
So they've already fought 2 times before. The first one, Grasso took the belt off of Alexa Shevchenko. And the second one, they rematched and got a tie.
Really?
But it was a little suspicious because a lot of people think Shevchenko should have won that fight. But here we are, the trilogy. But Shevchenko's 36. Shevchenko's old. She's 36.
Dang.
Grasso's only 31.
Who's the champ coming in?
Grasso. But she got it off of Shevchenko. And it's very hard for champs to win back belts. So I expect Grasso to put on a clinic this weekend because she's only improved with every fight that she's been in. Every fight she improves, it gets better and better. So we might see a generational performance in female MMA this weekend.
Oh, really?
As Grasso but puts a mark on Shevchenko and just another great title defense and another notch on that belt finally, the main event.
The
We're all
main
waiting
event.
for it. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, and this is a sleeper. I want Sugar Sean to win. I think Sugar Sean's going to win, but I will not be shocked if Merab wins a decision or submission in this bout. He's on a 9-fight win streak, I'm pretty sure, and has a questionable chin. That's where it is. That's where Sean can lie. If he lands a knee like he did against Cheeto, I think it might be down for Merab, as well as Sugar Sean has this something called Dana White privilege. So Dana wants this man to be shot to the moon in terms of being over, and he's on his way there. This win would be huge.
Didn't you say earlier he wants him to be like the next Conor?
He wants him to be the next Conor. He wants him to be the next big money man, which Alex Pereira is kind of like that guy right now, but he wants Sugar Sean to be. He's a bit of an industry plant. So my official prediction for this is questionable stoppage on Sugar Sean. He's going to hurt Merab in about the second or third round. It's going to be back and forth. I think Merab might be winning the fight at this point.
Oh, really?
I would not be shocked if Merab is up 2 or 3 rounds, and Sean drops him, gets 1 or 2 ground pounds. They stop it because they don't want their big money guy to lose him, and they don't want Merab and fucking remember the name Bilal Muhammad. His ass. He's already champ. They didn't want that.
Yeah.
And now they don't want Merab. So Sean's winning. That's how it is. But it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a hard fight. I'm looking for a stoppage in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th round, and I think Sean's down when it comes.
Exciting. We will be watching. If you had to make one bet, what bet would you?
Diego Lopez by stoppage.
By stoppage.
Diego Lopez by stoppage. My king.
Well, that is going to be Noche FC this Saturday. I'm excited. In the Sphere, I'm excited to see how the Sphere plays the movie and what's going to show like during the fight, but I know Timo's also excited. I think the card could be a little more epicer. I wonder if they could
Epicer?
got another...
They should have put Raul Rosas on the main card. They should have taken the first fight off, and they should have put that as the main event of the prelims. They should put Raul Rosas on this.
Yeah.
He's the 19-year-old.
I think they should have found a way to bring Pereira from 7 to this. Don't you agree? No. Even though they need the main event of that card.
No.
Unless the only thing I want Pereira doing is either fighting. I want him either fighting for that 185 belt or the heavyweight belt. I think his next fight lineup is kind of a lame, kind of not a trap fight, but
placeholder.
Yeah, placeholder. I think it'd be much more exciting if he was going up or down. He says he wants to go down and fight Dricus for the 185 belt, which I'm a little scared of because Dricus is a lot better at wrestling than Alex is. But fun time to be a UFC fan. I'll say that.
It is fun time to be a UFC fan. Well, our expert UFC in boxing, Timo, thank you. Also, Canelo's fighting.
Canelo's fighting. Canelo's going to win, obviously.
When is Canelo going to fight Jake Paul?
2026.
You think it actually happens?
Cinco de Mayo 2026.
Really? You think
Book it now.
Book it's going to happen?
Because Cinco de Mayo next year, I think Jake's fighting, not Tito Ortiz, he lost to Anderson Silva a couple of years ago. I forget his name. But he's fighting some big Mexican fighter this Cinco de Mayo. I would not be shocked if 2026, 2027, Canelo versus Jake Paul is something that happens. I would not be shocked.
Wow.
Well, Timo, that is our UFC breakdown. Thank you as always.
Go Owls.
You can stay, you can leave.
I'll hang out for a little bit.
You hang out? All right, he's going to hang out for a little bit. All right, back to football. College football, big week. But we had some big upsets. Number 19, Kansas losing to Illinois. Rush Clark's Iowa Hawkeyes sadly falling by a point to Iowa State. My Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets losing to Syracuse in the Syracuse Dome. Wyoming losing to FCS Idaho, not a good look. Auburn at home losing to California off the back of Peyton Dord's, 5 turnovers. Kentucky getting stomped by South Carolina, who barely beat Old Dominion the week before. And of course, one of the biggest upsets maybe in college football history. Northern Illinois comes in to South Bend, beats Notre Dame with a last-second field goal. Gentlemen, my question to you is, which upset was the biggest? And I think we all have the answer.
Yeah. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I think Army over FAU, actually.
I mean, I watched the Notre Dame game live. I know Rush was watching the Iowa game live. I'm sure he's going to want to talk about it in a minute. But, Notre Dame just got out-physical, outplayed. I thought Riley Leonard was a good QB. Maybe not. Maybe it's the Notre Dame system. Sam Hartman, before he came to Notre Dame, lit up the ACC at Wake Forest, threw for over 110 touchdowns. Comes to Notre Dame. Is a down away from being Notre Dame, from beating Ohio State in that big game, but just did not do much there. And then Riley Leonard comes in, maybe the transfer portal and all this money is making us like overhype these QBs and whatnot, but he just did not look good. Threw an interception late. Northern Illinois drove the ball down the field, kicked the field goal. It's embarrassing for Notre Dame. It should be embarrassing. And honestly, I don't.
Bad year for Notre Dame.
I don't want to say it yet, but they still got to play Florida State, who will be mad. They got to play USC.
FSU is an easy win nowadays.
Yeah.
But you never know. I think Notre Dame is out of the playoff as of right now.
Will FAU or FSU get the first win of the season? Who will get the
That's
first
a
win?
better question, actually.
FAU or FSU
We'll be picking the
win
Florida
first?
State
Who will
Memphis
win
game
first?
soon. So
Yeah, that's tough.
I think Notre Dame's out of the playoff rush. What do you think?
Yeah.
Really? I think they can
have
get
a
back
hardest
in.
schedule.
Really? Not even in the.
I mean,
They don't play anyone else besides what?
They're ranked,
USC,
or
right?
Southern
They play
Illinois, they're
Florida
ranked
State,
now,
they
right?
play USC.
Okay, if Northern Illinois wins 12-0, they'll look better than like what seemed
Northern
on
Illinois
Saturday.
for.
I hope Northern Illinois gets blown out this weekend. They lose
I'll make them
7-7.
look
See,
so much
Notre
worse.
Dame needs Northern Illinois to win out.
Who they play
They need
next?
them to win the
Purdue?
MAC and be the top
They have
group of 5 team.
they have 2 top 25 matchups. They're at they're home against Louisville and they're at USC. If Army keeps doing well, that could be a good win. But Georgia Tech on the schedule too. Like they ain't bad, but after that game, people are probably thinking they're gonna go 8-4.
I mean, Tech losing to Syracuse doesn't help that either.
I could see Notre Dame losing.
I'd say that was a trap.
I could see Louisville beating them. I could see Georgia Tech actually beating them, and I could see USC beating them.
I could see
So
USC
8-4.
beating them. If they lose another game, they're done. In my opinion, you're not in a conference. You won't be competing for anything. 2 losses is already a stretch with the 12-team playoff. We don't know. We've never seen it before with the committee, but I think
That's a bad loss.
it's a bad loss. Even if Northern Illinois, I think, gets in at the 12 seed, which I don't think they will.
I don't
Even if
think
they
so.
do, it's
That'd be
still a
nice.
bad.
I mean, they
It would
play-
be nuts.
FAU's gonna get in.
They play NC State.
Hey, just wait till FAU goes on a 12-0 streak and then get
But I
the
mean,
bowl
look
game
at it
in.
this way.
We're winning every game.
If Notre Dame goes 9-3,
I love it too.
if Notre Dame goes 9-3, and Northern Illinois has 1 loss, and Boise State has 1 loss, Northern Illinois would have to barely win than Boise. Would they put Northern Illinois in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
that's what it's going to come down to in the
Are they
end.
gonna go for strength of schedule though? Because Boise State in the Mountain West is a lot harder than the MAC.
Yeah.
Max shit, bro.
I mean,
You
MAC,
guys, I
yeah,
was looking at
it's
the
all-
teams.
It is about the MAC.
Wait,
shit.
I mean, either way, though, congrats to Northern Illinois. I mean, you're coming in as a 28-point underdog.
Yeah,
at,
the directional schools.
at Notre Dame. I mean,
I
wish we could do that.
is it? I think
I thought it was higher.
the line is 28.
I thought it was a lot higher.
Yeah, at least the Costco guys live
Yeah.
in Boca
You know,
Raton.
to come in there, basically
Thank goodness
no
for that.
expectation and, stun Notre Dame. This is now the second time in 2 years that Notre Dame is actually, I think, was it 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago, Notre Dame
Marshall,
lost to
yeah.
Marshall, pretty much in the same fashion. So, I mean, that interview I think that Northern Illinois coach gave there, I think was really cool.
Mhm.
It was really showed kind of what it means for these smaller schools because, I mean, this is football. I mean, this is not like, NCAA basketball where an upset is, any day could happen. I mean, football, it's a lot of it is money and just talent. And it's on a much larger scale, I feel like, than compared to football. So to come in there and win that game and be ranked, congrats to Northern. They're 25th in the AP poll this week.
Wow.
So, good for them.
Yeah,
And
they're ranked.
they got Buffalo this week, so hopefully they can get a win against them, and then they go to NC State, so another challenge. So
Who also lost to Tennessee, but
who did, yes, but it'll definitely be another tough game for them, and I wish them best of luck on their season. Always good to see these group of 5s coming
That's
up
us.
and hanging with the big boys.
That's
So,
us. We hang with the big boys. But
oh, yeah.
Rush, I think it's time for your time to shine. We'll talk about Iowa narrowly losing to Iowa State. Your thoughts?
Offense took 2 steps back. Kirk Ferentz is old. It's pretty much going to leave it at that. It's not looking good. My confidence went down after week 1.
Blew a 16-point lead at one point?
12-point
lead?
Yeah. It was an interesting game. It was Kirk Ferentz back at it, back at his best, trying to run out the clock, but Iowa State has a good QB, so
Yeah, Rocco back.
unfortunately they could not do that, and that scares me for when they go to OSU.
But hey, a 2-loss Iowa team could still get in if Iowa State maybe wins the Big 12.
Their schedule isn't hard enough to their schedule isn't hard enough to be in that position, in my opinion. But they need teams like Wisconsin and unfortunately Nebraska to do better to have valuable wins.
Yeah. Logan, any thoughts on these upsets? Wyoming loses to Idaho and FCS. Just can't happen. Just can't happen.
I think it's crazy.
I mean, Idaho played Oregon tough week 1,
They
so
did.
they're a really good FCS team. So there's nothing to mess around with.
I just laugh at Auburn losing to California. Imagine California flying all the way across the country. Probably not talented.
And then
Getting paid, probably, and
then their post was, it just means more.
it just means more, I guess. Man, it would suck to be an Auburn Tiger at right now. But, boys, do you smell something?
I smell.
Here comes the money.
Money time!
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money, our favorite segment where our boy Rush Clark breaks down 5 college football games that you should bet because he can't. Last week, Rush, you went 4-1. Only loss was the Nebraska-Colorado game. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But Rush, give us your 5 games this week for you to bet since we can't. We're making you money.
All right, Memphis at FSU. Memphis is a 6.5 underdog. Memphis with the outright win in Tallahassee because no one's going to be at the game. FSU is going to go 0-3. Ball State at Miami, another Florida game. Take the over on the 55.5 because Miami's going to score more than that. So you're going to take points there. Let me scroll down. I'll save that one for last. Vanderbilt at Georgia State. Vanderbilt is a 10.5 favorite. Vanderbilt will cover by a lot. They've been doing really well. Georgia State won't hang with them. Hawaii versus Sam Houston. Sam Houston is a 4.5 favorite. Take Hawaii in the favorite to go all outright. Sam Houston had a tough loss the week before, and then this one's gonna hurt, but not really. Where is it? 1, 2. Where the fuck is it?
Don't be what I think it is.
FIU. Take FIU in the outright win over FAU. FAU favorite.
Boo this man!
That is a doom!
Boom! I think 5 booms on the boom. FIU had their biggest blowout win in 5 years. So against the FBS opponent, against the former Iowa TV actually. So funny. But yeah, we're gonna go 5-0 this week.
That has been Here Comes the Money with our boy Rush Clark, making you money because we can't. Sadly. Soon. If you start out 9-1, the people better start listening because that man knows what's up. But now it's time for, we've had 2 weeks of college football, we've had a week of the NFL. It's time for something I'm going to call Tell Me the Truth. All right? I've got questions for the boys, and I'm just going to go around. Give me your reaction because some people be overreacting after 1 week, some people don't. All right, we're going to start with Logan. Logan, tell me the truth. Baker Mayfield's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
He's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but Mr. TB12 said he was a quarterback of the week. And he was, I mean, dude, Baker was, what did he say, 209 passing yards, bro? 289 passing yards, bro? I mean, like, dude, he's got weapons, bro. He's got Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin, bro. Like, these are guys that you can pass to. Double coverage, bro. He don't care. He's throwing it to him all day.
Johnny, tell me the truth. The Lions will have a top 5 defense at the end of this season.
I'm gonna say no. I think their defense is much improved from last year. I mean, Carlton Davis, he had a little shaky start, but I mean that's going one-on-one with Cooper Kupp, who's just mastered the art of route running. So I'm not going to give him too much shit yet. Terry and Arnold look good. A little, inexperienced. A couple penalties that definitely could have been avoided. But I'm really liking the cornerback upgrades compared to what we had last year with Cam Sutton and Kendall Vidor. I think the line is much improved. I really like we've given Hutchinson some help. And we needed to give him some help after last year because it was literally just double team Hutchinson. And, they didn't really give a crap about anybody else on the line because they couldn't do anything. So I don't think we're going to be top 5, but I don't think we need to be because I think a lot of our strength comes from our offense. So I think we'll probably have a middle of the road defense, but I think that's all we need this year because I have a lot of hope in our offense.
That's good. Aiden Hutchinson, my Defensive Player of the Year pick. Timo, tell me the truth. Quarterback for Auburn, Peyton Thorne, says fans are requesting money from him on Venmo after they lost their bets. It's funny when they lose money, quote Thorne. They want their money back. When they win money on a parlay, no one's ever sent any to me. Timo, is this valid?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Shut the fuck up, stupid fans. You spent money. You lost. You're losers. You lost. Take the fucking L, you bitch. Like, you lost. You're a loser. Like, yeah, he shit the bed and all, but like, it was against the incredible state of California, so you can't blame
No one
him.
right said nobody has ever won any money through you.
That potentially also might be right. It's a bunch of losers that are mad at each other. That's how it is.
And this
It's like, imagine how Coach Tom Herman feels, along with Coach Joey G. Bunch of losers yelling at each other. So,
Davis Humphrey. I only asked because you would keep repeatedly kept doing it.
Rush, tell me the truth. Nebraska will be 8-0 when they meet Ohio State.
Wow.
8-0.
That's crazy prediction.
That's crazy.
He's been through this one too many times. Now he knows
Dude,
what's
everyone
coming.
keeps asking that, bro.
Logan, tell me the truth.
Uh-oh.
This throw by Ray's pitcher, Edwin Incite, was intentional.
Yeah, it slipped off his fingers, bro. Like,
Bro, come on.
it wasn't that. He didn't mean to, bro. He didn't mean to. Actually, he did mean to, because I hate the Phillies, bro.
I'm on that one.
Actually, yeah.
Don't the Rays have like a ton of pedophiles?
No.
Just one.
No. And he's no longer a Ray.
Yeah, he's like chilling in the Dominican.
And yeah, one of our
Yeah.
no longer
He's
Ray.
Franco.
He's
no longer.
14.
That was never approved. I don't think.
Of course, it was approved.
I don't think it was.
Nobody approved it.
But why do
Are
you
you
think
sure
he's,
that the general
why do you
manager
think he's
confirmed?
sheltering in the Dominican Republic right now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we
Do you think she has a high school
we paid
diploma?
most of our money to keep him here, and then 3 days later, after that deal, he got
They
caught.
got the money and left.
Who's the owner?
And ever since then,
What's the owner's
we
name?
are 71 and 75.
What's the owner's name?
I don't remember.
I
his
mean,
name.
look, right in the,
I'm
he knew
Tim-
where he was throwing, right in the side.
Yeah, come
I'm the
on.
Tampa Bay owner, Rays
Yeah,
owner, and I
pissed.
approve this mess.
Rightfully so.
I don't even know who that pitcher is. He must just came up because.
Fastball right in the
Rush, tell me the truth. This was intentional.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's a
Dude, their
fastball.
team's ass. What do you think? Like,
Okay, it's not like we've been
Bro,
asked.
that is so obvious.
And there's someone on base, guys, on second. I mean,
not asked. Okay, it's a rebuild year.
Dude, the Phillies suck,
Okay.
bro.
It's a rebuild year. We're
Harper's
getting guys
pissed.
in. Next
Harper
year's gonna be
gets
our
pissed.
year.
Harper's always pissed.
Yeah, he's always
He is.
pissed though.
Gianni,
Yes.
tell me the truth. Michigan will not make the college football playoff. They just lost to Texas 31-12 in the big house. Kind of got embarrassed. They will not. Will they make it?
That's the truth all the way through. I mean, look at their quarterback situation, guys. This is what happens when you do not go and pick up a quarterback in the transfer portal, when you miss out on recruits. I mean, we are starting a walk-on quarterback.
what's his weed?
Davis Warren.
Yeah.
Michigan is starting a walk-on.
Who was
Gianni is part of this organization.
Not only do you not go to the university, you don't live in Michigan.
Michigan is starting a walk-on quarterback this year, if that tells you anything. And this guy's got a great story. I mean, if you've heard it, but I don't think is cut out for, Power 5, Big 10, college football, playoff level football.
We'll take my.
I think they're going to
Oh.
lose. They might lose 4 or 5 games at least this year. Because the schedule doesn't get any easy for them. They got to go. They got to play Oregon. You got to go play Ohio State. That's 2 games where Ohio State's look good. Oregon, a little shaky, but I mean their offense is pretty high firepower. They got some good players. So I do not think Michigan will sniff the college football playoff. I don't even think they're going to finish the year ranked, to be completely honest.
Wow. Love it. I agree
Lots
with
of
you.
honesty.
A lot of honesty. Harbaugh's gone. So is Connor Stallions.
Oh wow.
Yesterday was 9/11, and the Carolina Panthers posted a remembrance image, as many did yesterday. But the comment section was left open for people to interpret. Rush's Panthers.
The
You
stadium's
need to
full.
turn your comment section off. Timo, tell me the truth.
From like
Should you keep
2015.
your comment section open on a 9/11 post?
Oh my gosh.
Number one is crazy.
Bro, look at Jello, bro.
Oh
The
my
third
god.
one, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
God.
It gets worse.
Oh, that
The
first
top one?
Kyle sat left it out there.
The bottom one is wild.
Yeah, that's actually crazy, bro. Yeah, maybe they learn from the mistakes.
Made a bit of mistake here, not going to lie.
Worser.
Oh
I mean, they could probably learn
Our
from
situation.
That's a Dakota Heckman comment.
No.
I think that's Dakota Heckman's burner.
Never forget 1047.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
And they can learn some things from social media expert Red Rocket, who runs the Florida Atlantic Swim and Dive account. Follow.
From time to time. Please follow.
Incredibly and intelligently. Obviously,
Obviously.
if we were a historically awful team and wanted to post something like this, out of respect, I think you have to turn the comments off. Especially in NFL. Fans are way too willing to say the craziest shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta shut that down.
Yeah. That is
Disrespectful.
I can't believe
That's
I saw
just-
that. That's crazy.
I mean,
That's not proud to be an American. That's
what a
proud to be
brutal
an
start
asshole.
for the Panthers, though. I mean, 47-10. I mean, pick on the first play. I mean, your season's basically over before it even started.
You know, that's
That's
you mean Rush's Panthers.
Yeah.
Rush picked
I
them to
mean,
win the
hey, shout out to the Saints defense, though. 16 points in fantasy won me my first game against this guy right here.
I'll get you back soon. But that has been Tell Me the Truth. Hopefully you liked it. We'll add music next time and get graphic. But now it's finally time for really the main reason we brought Gianni on today.
Sick hair, bro.
This week it is
man.
Lions versus Bucs, and both teams coming in 1-0. Some wins, maybe a little lopsided, but Gianni,
Oh, yes.
are the Rams gonna get it done? Are the Lions gonna get it done this weekend against the Bucs?
100% they're going to get it done. I really think the Buccaneers win. That does not tell you anything about really what their offensive capabilities are. I mean, this is the Commanders we're talking about, who are just a dysfunctional organization.
Here comes the dysfunction.
I really don't think the Buccaneers will be able to stop the Lions' run attack. We had 2 games. They had 2 games last year to try and stop the Lions. They couldn't do it in either game, and ended with us beating them in the playoffs. I think David Montgomery, is going to run all over that Bucs defense. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get out in the flats. I think he's going to be elusive. I think he's going to probably score. I'll keep it at 1 touchdown right now. I think Jared Goff's going to be, at his best, full air raid, play action. That's where he just thrives. He's going to find the middle of the field. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to bounce back after after a disappointing Week 1 performance. I think Jamison Williams. I think you saw his coming out party yesterday on Sunday night.
What did he say?
Oh, my
Lions.
fantasy.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo.
5 for 121 and a tutty.
Not a kid.
That is a deep threat that we did not have last year, and it's good to see him coming into his
His
own.
vocabulary is the most.
Yeah, I know.
A
Deep threat.
coming out.
Swallowing.
Yeah.
I
We're gonna
think
swallow the defense. You're gonna swallow the
Throat.
Call coming out is funny.
Yeah, no.
Detroit is
Detroit
so
Lions
weird.
swallowing Tampa Bay's D.
I think
Why'd you emphasize the D?
I mean, that's how he talks. He's like, our Detroit Lions they're Detroit strong. They're built from the streets.
I think
They swallow D. They suck in those balls and they swallow D every weekend.
I think the Lions will win by
-8.
10 points.
10 points.
That's crazy.
Well, they're currently favored by a little over a touchdown. ESPN giving them Lions a 65% chance to win. But Logan, the Bucs almost won last year in the playoffs.
They did.
Are they going to win this weekend?
It's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a good game, I think. We played them in the playoffs last year. We lost, but we started to come back there at the end a little bit. Gianni was getting a little sweaty. I remember that. He was getting a little nervous there because we got Mike Evans, bro. I mean, he's just gonna carry. Our defense is this past. Our defense gets a lot of penalties, but that's I've only seen 1 game of that. But I think they can hold your boys, Gianni.
Yeah, as a football expert myself, if you look at the matchup predictor on ESPN,
That don't matter.
No, stay with me. So 65-34. If you were around last week, before what happened over the weekend, Florida Atlantic University was actually a 65% favorite to beat Army just to get blown out. So I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to
Baker
win
Mayfield.
by 2 touchdowns this weekend.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
I will
Mr.
say,
Tito
Chris
Paisley.
Godwin and Mike Evans, even though it's the Commanders' defense, looked lethal, like they have.
Well, they connected very well last week. But I think what's going to hurt us is that Anton Winfield Jr. I think he's going to be out for a couple weeks due to an high ankle sprain. So,
I
and
mean, look at those questionables right now on defense.
yeah, Elijah Cansey, that's going to be a tough one if he doesn't play.
Because you need that interior defense to
We
stop
do.
that Lions run game. Rush, if you could take either Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff right now, who are you taking?
Jared Goff.
Okay, same. It's pretty easy, but
Y'all going to say that now, but just wait till after this game.
Baker's not a top 10 quarterback.
I think he is. I think he...
This is going to be a generational game for Baker
this game right here, if we win, we are going...
Super Bowl.
We're going pretty far in the playoffs, I say so myself.
If you guys win this game, I would be scared about the chances of the Falcons winning the division, even though we're going 14-3. So
9-8 season.
I think it'll be a close game. I think Goff's throwing a couple picks here, and we're going to go pick sixes.
You know what he said last week? It was the Panthers. Off the first play of the game, they threw a pick. It was over. I think that's going to happen. The first play of the game, Jared Goff is throwing a pick six.
I think the Lions. I think the Lions are going to come in. I think the Lions are going to come in thinking they're going to win this game,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to have it way over their heads. They're like, "Oh, easy win. We beat them twice last year."
We
Like
beat the Rams,
they
the best team in the
think
country.
they know us now.
Rams are good. I will give you
But hey,
that.
Hey,
the Bucs had a little rebuild here. They did good.
fun fact: Baker Mayfield in 3 games has thrown 5 picks against the Lions.
Dude, that was last year.
You know how many wins the refs have in Detroit? They're undefeated.
A lot.
So I think this would be it's a bit of a scary.
Hey, Bucky
game for
Irving,
us.
he played really good last week, and I think you guys are gonna throw a couple picks.
What are you,
drunk? I'm just saying
Baker
because
Mayfield is 1-2 against the Lions in his career.
I just wanna-
These are some soft hands.
They're pretty
Detroit
sweaty
breeds
too.
soft
He's
hands.
sweating.
Weak
Soft hands.
hey, Jordan White has a dog, so he's gonna have to come in clutch.
He has a dog?
No, he is a dog.
That's like sick.
He played here before, went to the Jets, came back. He's got to take over Winfield Jr.'s spot.
It boys better hope Mike Evans and Chris Godwin produce because I don't think Rashad White's getting more than 30 yards rushing.
You better
That's
hope the
crazy.
fucking bus doesn't get stopped at O-Block.
We're gonna
be up so much
My
in the
Super Bowl
fourth.
pick.
We're gonna be up so much in the fourth. Kyle Trask is coming out.
Oh wait, yeah, you boys are on the show for the first time. We need you guys Super Bowl pick. Gianni, who are you picking to win the Super Bowl? I already know the answer.
I swear if you say
I'm going with the Lions.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Timo, who are you picking?
I mean, the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, so we've got 2 Lions, 2 Rams, 1 Raven. But
Ravens?
Hey, I picked Baltimore.
That's not a bad pick.
it's not
They
bad at all.
lost, so.
But
It don't matter. They played the Chiefs.
Lamar's out for the year.
They played the
You not
Chiefs.
see that?
Lamar's
Lamar got hurt.
They should have won that. That was a touchdown at the end there. That should have been a TD.
No, he's supposed on the line. You come on. You see what Homa Holmes was like? You should have white shoes.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah.
You should have white shoes. That's actually really funny. No,
Dude,
That
you
should
broke,
Ravens are a good pick.
you broke your TV with your Falcons delusional picks.
I didn't break it. Not yet.
Oh yeah, my boy Joe Tryon Shoyinka, bro.
What?
That boy.
What?
Joe Tryon.
Shoyinka. Yeah, he's fine.
No, Timo, when you said, whatever that guy's name, he has a dog. Dude, watching 21 Jump Street last night, they were like asking Channing Tatum to recite the Miranda.
Oh, yeah,
excerpt,
yeah.
And he was like, you have the right to be an attorney.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, did you just say you have the right to be an attorney? Jonah Hill. I mean, you do.
Is that it?
No.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
God.
Here we go, gentlemen. It's time for the first edition of Rockets rankings. I'll be ranking the top 10 teams in the NFL based off last week. Let's just go ahead and start. Here, let's guys!
Cut it!
We're gonna have a top 10 defense.
Dude, cut it.
Kirk Cousins just got back from injury, okay?
Cut it.
We had to get a game to warm up, okay? And
That
we did
wasn't a good
lose
game to
to
warm
my
up.
number 19, the Steelers. Steelers defense looking fierce as ever. All right, Justin Fields, if he can play, not turnover-worthy football, and can run it with his legs and be smart, Steelers could be dangerous. They can win the division. But Falcons, we still have 10.
Hey, time out. 1 second. That was delusion, folks. This is where they actually ranked the Falcons in the actual power rankings. 23.
23, I don't know that. Number 8, the LA Rams. Look, I would put them higher, but they have some injuries to the O-line that hurt them. Puka Nakua's out. If everyone's healthy, the Rams are easily a top 5 team. I know that. The defense actually impressed me, Rush. I told you, the defense I was a little worried about.
Not an OT.
They did pretty good against the Rams, maybe the Lions against not an OT, but they need to get healthy. Stafford looked great, though. The Texans at number 7. I don't like them a lot. I'm not really a CJ Stroud believer, but they play adequately enough. Offense looks good. The additions of Joe Mixon. Defense still needs some work. Number 6, your Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill looks unstoppable. Devon Achane looks unstoppable. We had a good Jaguars team. That defense held it down. Tua, if he can just stay healthy, play mistake-free football, it might work.
Did you skip 10?
No, Falcons were number 10.
Who's 9?
Yeah, who's 9?
The Steelers were number 8 was the Rams.
Oh, he had it.
So this is 7.
This is 6.
Who's 7?
The Texans.
Fuck, I forgot.
He had to put the Steelers in there.
No,
they beat the Falcons.
That's not how this works. Number 5, the Eagles. Hurts. Too many turnovers, but Saquon looked incredible. A.J. Brown, he's incredible. Devontae Smith, he's incredible. Defense, we might need to pull some holes, but that offensive talent's enough to get through in the NFC. At number 4, the Ravens.
There we go.
They almost beat the Chiefs. If they would have beat the Chiefs, I'm going to tell you, they would have been number 1.
Should have worn white shoes there, Lamar.
Lamar, crazy, but once again falls short in a big moment. That defense stiffened up there in the second half, but we need some receiver help from Bateman or Flowers. Number 3, your San Francisco 49ers. That McCaffrey injury really hurts them. They look great, but if McCaffrey not being healthy right now, it hurts.
Yeah,
it hurts.
It's serious.
I didn't know this.
It hurts.
The number 2 should be not in the top.
Number 2.
Oh,
What about wait, who'd you think?
The Lions look great. They beat a really good Rams team. If they're going to keep playing that blue-collar run game, they're unstoppable. The defense is going to be way better than last year. I love the back end. Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year picked. He was unstoppable. It looks like the NFC is probably going to go through the Lions, especially now with Jordan Love, my MVP pick, out at least 4 weeks and injured. But number 1, of course, it's got to be the champs. Until they lose, they're number 1. I hate Mahomes. I hate Kelsey. I hate Andy Reid. I hate Taylor Swift. But until they lose, they're number 1. Almost lost to the Rams. Offense looks more fascinating, more explosive. Defense about the same. They brought everyone out. That is my power rankings. And gentlemen, please tell me that I did an incredible job.
Delusion at its finest.
I think number 2 shouldn't be included in the list.
I don't think number 10 should be included.
Or 9.
If the Falcons are on there, I think the Bucs should be on there.
The Falcons.
Yeah, the Bucs not being.
We lost to the number 19. I don't know what
They
you're
should
talking
be
about.
number 9.
That Steelers defense is top 5 in the league, and if Justin Fields plays smart,
Oh, they got Justin Fields. I forgot. Oh yeah, they're
Where the
cooked.
Bills at?
They're cooked.
where the Bills at? I don't like the defense.
Rams
I don't
are on
like
there?
the
The
defense
Bills,
getting it. Rams are number 8. Like I said, they would have been higher, but injuries. Not until they got the Texans.
Hey, I
They have
support
an
Allen.
Cowboys.
You said that.
Overrated.
You said that
Cowboys
Tyreek Hill was
did look-
unstoppable. He was actually arrested on the way to the game.
He was.
So he was stopped.
He was stopped.
By actually like 4 police officers. Tackled him to the ground.
On the field, he's unstoppable. On the highway,
He did have a nice
street
car.
race, they go street racing on Street Outlaws. But
He had a nice
I like
car,
it. I mean,
though.
you can't. Come on. At least give me the top 5. You can't debate the top 5.
I think the 49ers.
I think the 49ers are better than them.
I think
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
actually
49ers
say
are
that.
Not
They
with
look-
Christian McCaffrey injured though.
they
That's
look
why
really
I
good,
would
though.
put him ahead, but with Christian McCaffrey injured, I don't like.
I mean,
Jordan
they-
Mason, it was one game.
I think
None of the
I
Steelers looked
think
like-
they still looks really good.
They did.
I
I agree. They looked really good.
I think the Dolphins lose.
But the Lions toughed out a great tough win against the Rams.
They are
Because
a
remember,
well-oiled
the
machine, though. I
Rams,
mean, they
if
look-
they would, I'm telling you right now, if the Rams would have won that game, they'd have been number 3.
I think 49ers could win
They
Super
ran
Bowl
from that
without
game. They
McCaffrey,
belong
though.
number 2.
I don't think so.
I think they could because that defense, dude, that Nick
Yeah,
Bosa, bro.
They
defense.
had
Dude,
McCaffrey
they're-
last year. It went to
dude,
overtime and Chiefs
Aaron,
lost.
dude, that defense, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, dude, they're
But
unstoppable.
against
Their
Mahomes,
offense
it's
is just
their kryptonite.
well-oiled machines.
It is.
Dude, they
well-oiled
smashed the
machine.
clock too. It's like
And they looked good without Ayuk being good, who just got paid money. But
I think Dolphins.
I thought it was great.
he's just saying that because I used it on his fantasy.
I thought it was great. Ayuk is on my fantasy team. And he dropped a touchdown pass. What a loser.
Yeah, shout out Jake Moody for beating Rockets' fantasy team.
I don't.
What did he
I don't
say?
Jake
put
Moody
money
on
in
one of his
fantasy.
fantasy teams.
I don't put money in fantasy. But gentlemen, it's time
It's just you remaining.
You're so smart.
Oh no, unable.
Oh, music is still going. That sound means it's time for running guns.
Give me all your 100%.
It's the fast way where we come in and we make our NFL predictions and college predictions. We pick 5 of the best college games, 5 of the best NFL games. We make predictions.
You guys are all 5-5.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That actually really.
Last week we all went 5-5.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Let's go, baby.
As hell.
It's gonna be. I don't have a watch, but I'm gonna count my head.
not giving
25
up that.
seconds on the clock is how we would.
We're like the
But
Bucs.
usually no total for all of us.
Fuck.
So
For 10 games?
we got 5 games in the college, 5 games in the NFL. We'll count up our score, and whoever has the most in the season, I guess, wins.
Yeah,
So we just say it like.
Well, we hit 25 seconds. I'm not gonna pull up the clock because I can't. But here we go. First game.
Arizona.
Friday night, Arizona, Kansas State. We're gonna go down the line. Timo?
Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona.
Arizona.
No Fafidi. Tech McMillan. Arizona's gonna win at Kansas State.
Shout out still open.
Upset. Friday night game on Fox. Next up, we have got Memphis visiting Florida State.
FSU.
I'm taking Memphis on this one.
Memphis.
I'll take FSU.
Give me the American bias. Memphis. Another upset. Alabama visits Madison, Wisconsin. Timo.
Yeah.
I'm taking Wisconsin on the upset here.
We're trying to win this. Alabama.
Bama.
Bama rolls.
Oh, I like
Ryan
I hope you
Roll
win,
Tide.
honestly. That would be
Tide
actually
rolls. Underrated game of the weekend. Central Florida goes to Fort Worth, Texas to visit TCU.
My national champions UCF.
I hate UCF with a passion, but I'm going to take UCF on this one.
UCF.
TCU.
TCU's getting slept on. Not favored to win. TCU
The
wins by a
Frogs?
field goal.
Bro, I took UCF in my Big 12 title game, man.
I know you did. Finally, last college game. Boston College, number 24, who beat Florida State, is going
That's
to
tough.
number 6, Missouri. Timo.
Missouri blowout.
I'm going to go Missouri.
Okay, I know I'm not trying to make this feel, but you know Missouri hasn't allowed a TD in 12 quarters?
That's crazy.
I'm taking Boston College, though.
I'll keep it Missouri.
Missouri in a big
Some
win.
comeback.
Brady Cook and Luther.
Give me Alabama!
They look like they belong.
That's what reminds me of.
To the NFL, our tonight's game, Buffalo visits Miami on Amazon Prime.
Buffalo.
Yep. Give me Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo, Tyreek gets detained again.
Part 2.
Miami in September, the Heat goes. Give me the Dolphins. Tampa Bay at Detroit. No, we already picked it. Let's pick again.
Tampa Bay.
Baker, baby.
Detroit.
Detroit stand
Go Lions.
up. Go Lions.
Oh,
Sunday
what
Night
the
Football.
fuck?
Chicago visits CJ Stroud and Houston Texans.
Chicago.
I'm taking Texans.
Houston.
Texans.
I'm taking
Chicago
the Bears team.
derailing the
Caleb
hype.
Williams.
He's derailing the hype train.
Yeah, I'm not a CJ Stroud believer, but also sorry, Luke.
You only passed for like 63
Ooh.
yards.
Primetime game on CBS. Cincinnati visits Kansas City. Bengals look to bounce back.
Kansas City got to kill them.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Burrow's-
bro. I like Joe Burrow, but I'm going to have to go with
Jamar
Kansas
Chase
City.
contract is huge. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I don't like him, but sadly, you're going to Kansas City. And finally, the Monday Night Football game. Your Atlanta Falcons visit the Philadelphia Eagles on ESPN.
Eagles by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm going Philly on this one there, bud.
Eagles 49-21.
Go Birds.
You know what? I'll go Atlanta. I'll say
That's right! Your Atlanta Falcons are
I'll
getting
give
upset
it-
this weekend. Jalen Hurts going to
They're
have too many
getting upset.
turnovers. Kirk Cousins is back. He doesn't play good in Monday night games, but now that he's in the A, he'll play good. We get the win.
All of a sudden, he's going to play good.
All of a sudden, he's going to play good. And that has been Running Guns. I'm confident about my picks. I hope you boys are. But before we finish up, finally we have Unable.
It's just you now.
And-
me too. Me and
Oh,
Gianni.
yeah.
Yeah. So what happened last week is I picked the Bengals. Of course they lost. Rush picked the Rams. Logan picked the Lions. Lions won. So
Good pick.
Logan's the only one left. So here are the odds of the most picked teams. Logan, you know the rules. Once you pick a team to win, you cannot pick them again. So you can no longer pick the Lions for the rest of the season. Timo, you and Gianni are starting clean, so you can pick whoever. Who are we picking to win and advance?
Pick Detroit.
Shush.
I'm picking. Fucking, I'm gonna pick the San Francisco 49ers.
So you can pick any team in
can
the
pick
entire
any team.
league. So the whole point is that you're supposed to pick shittier and shittier teams as the season goes on.
No, you should pick shitty teams now.
You
so
should
can
pick the
better
best
later.
bets to win it so that you can have an easy road.
Easier life. But I'm just gonna take an easy one here, San Francisco.
Yeah, against Sam Darnold, I would agree. It's a good one.
That's probably a good one.
Former
So
San Quentin High
was,
School.
so was the Bengals versus the Patriots last week, though.
Actually, I might have to change. Wait,
No, it's too late.
They're playing Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Former San Quentin High School graduate.
Yeah, they are. It's in Minnesota.
Anyway, then let me change.
No,
it
it's
to,
too late. Your pick's down.
You want to change? You're scared.
Bro, I don't want to.
Give
Sam
me-
Darnold,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
my
you're right.
alumni.
I got
He's your
this.
alumni.
I'll pick the Jets.
That's what.
Okay,
Give me the Chargers against the Panthers.
got it.
Give me
Panthers.
give me Duval versus Cleveland right there. I'll take Jax.
I was about to pick them, but I don't know.
Jacksonville over Cleveland. Bold. I mean, defense is good, but you never know. That has been our Survivor picks, and honestly, boys, that has been the show. Big show. Love having our two guests. Hopefully, you guys can come on more. It was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of stuff. But another fun week of football coming up. Not as big games in college, some big games in the NFL. And hopefully FAU wins, because if they lose, honestly, I'm going to have the button here next time, and we're all going to push it because I'm scared. But I've been Red Rocket, joined by Timothy, Tampa's finest, Nebraska lover, your Detroit Lions #1 fan, Gianni Carlino, right behind me. It's been fun. This has been OTB Off the Blocks. We're on Spotify right now. Episodes are going to come out either Thursday afternoon or Friday morning for YouTube, but Spotify will be up before the end of the day. Thank you. Go Owls.
Go Owls.
Go Owls.